The suspended Police Minister Senzo Mchunu is expected to be back in the hot seat at the Madlanga Commission in Pretoria. Our reporter Canny Maphanga is stationed there, and we are expecting this to start in around about 25 minutes' time. And I must say, they're very efficient when it comes to start times there, Canny. So back in that seat, and still a lot of questions to be answered.
Indeed. Good morning to you, Leanne, and to the viewers at home. The cross-examination of Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, who's on a leave of absence, will continue in light of that 31st of December 2024 disbandment announcement that he made, that not only triggered that July media briefing, but brings us here to this particular probe. The question we should all be focused on as that cross-examination continues is whether or not this defense of him trying to create a foundation which speaks to the above board decision he contends he made, will it stand in the face of cross-examination? And of course, it's not only about what takes place in this room, that is the Bridget Mabandla Justice College, but of course the implications that exist out there, particularly in South Africa's political landscape for Mchunu, in light of the kind of revelations that may or may not rather come out of the commission as a result of that particular cross-examination. But to elaborate further, I am joined by SABC News political editor Mbeje to reflect on this. As we see at the tail end of cross-examination yesterday, it's not looking quite good for Mchunu at this stage. Will he be able to hold on to that particular defense? And of course, what are the possible consequences and risks for him out in the political landscape should he not be able to do so?
Well, very good morning to you, Kenny. And it would be very interesting to see the line of questioning today, because yesterday it was primarily the chairperson. In fact, people are used to hearing either the evidence leaders or even the other commissioners more involved, and then with the chairperson just coming in time and again. But yesterday, I think the chairperson just took the lead because remember the brief was that he was going to give his foundation in terms of why he came to that particular decision, and then speak about the PKTT. And then they decided, the commission, to really zone in onto the PKTT, which is actually the reason why I guess all of us are here. So some of what the chairperson was saying, Judge Madlanga, was that yes, he understands this is what happened, but what could have been behind the reasons and why perhaps he didn't consult some of the key people who were involved. So,
and just to quickly interrupt you there, should the cross-examination reveal that the reason was not as above board as he contends and could allegedly have been geared towards an alleged ulterior purpose, that is to shield these particular alleged criminal syndicates, then what are the consequences for Mchunu that we can look at?
If this questioning, and not only this, and even the one beyond, remember, it's not the end today. So today it's just, they will finish, but that evidence is still going to continue. If the totality of that evidence points to a link to what, for example, General Mkhwanazi said, that the decision was motivated by other than what Minister Mchunu is saying. So clearly, politically, that will be very, very damaging. But it would be interesting if then it is a decision that was taken out of maybe in inverted commas naivety. So I wonder how the recommendations would do. But remember, as it stands now, Kenny, the minister has stepped back from the politics of his party. Obviously, we know the position on government, and the ANC next week will have one of its big conferences, which is the NGC. So he's not going to be part of that. So already politically he's getting affected. So I guess he would want to see this behind him as soon as possible, and the recommendations will then point to exactly what happens. If the recommendations obviously adverse against him, so that may be very difficult political. But if the recommendations are that perhaps it was not necessarily something that he had an intention or had a link with the cartels, so I guess perhaps the results could be different. So it will be very interesting going forward.
All right, thank you very much. All that and more at 8:30 a.m. this morning, where Mchunu will join the witness stand again and, of course, discuss not only his PKTT disbandment decision that is in focus, but, of course, what we'll be looking at is the political implications as well.